Well, howdy. Welcome back to Boomer Baseball Hockey Edition. So, I made another, this is my second video I think I've made with the Pinnacle Le France edition. See, L&H, Cartes du jour. I don't speak a lick of French, but I'm pretty sure that means cards of the day. And this was in 1991? 92. So that's a lot of days ago. Oh, that was loud. Sorry about that. Eesh. I hope that didn't blow out anybody's earpod. But boy, these are nice, man. Look at these boxes. Yeah, they smell good. They smell like photo paper. It smells like photography class back in high school. They put a bunch of kids in a dark room with a bunch of caustic chemicals. What could go wrong? All right, let's check it out. Now this year is particularly frisky when it comes to grading. If you wanted to put together a set, because the back of the cards, it's got a pretty dark background where you can see pretty much every flaw. So like this one already, I can tell it has like scratch lines from where they moved the sheet. I don't know if you can see that. Right to the left of his head, right behind his head. Just a series of scratches. I mean, it's not a big deal. Nobody's grading James Patrick, but if you look at the pop counts on some of these cards, it's really low. And there's some really good Hall of Famers and some really good rookies in this set. So of all the boxes I've opened, which I think this is my third box, I only have like a small handful of cards that I think would even be close to a 10, and those are going to be like hit and miss. And the reason is because of this high gloss, and there's an inconsistency with the cuts on the corners. So at first glance, you see these corners, they look 90 degrees, they look nice and sharp. And most cards will have corners cut in that way, just like every other collectible card. But then you'll start to notice some cards have rounded cuts. And I don't know if it's because of the machine they were cut on or what time they were cut and what was going on with the cutting machines at the time. But they're mint condition, but they're just equally rounded on all four sides. And then so you'll get some that have a square cut with some round cut. And so if you look at that, if you look at it under a loop, under magnification, there's no paper loss at the corner. There's no feathering of the card layer, the matrix of the card, what it's made of. It's made of all these layers of paper. There's no feathering or like buckling of that material, but it's cut in like a little crescent shape. It doesn't have actually like a square edge. So there's square edge up here, but a perfectly round cut shape here and here. And it's like, I don't think the graders give a crap. I don't know if they know there's nuance to it or if they even care, because it's like junk wax era stuff. So anyway, let's move on. Let's see what we can get. I'm just trying to get like a Bure and a Fedorov and a couple other cool rookie cards, maybe a Lindstrom in a gradable condition at some point. Maybe it'd be nice instead of paying for it. There's a Bure 10 right now on eBay, but it's like 130 bucks. But honestly, I think these are a pretty good deal if you can get them PSA 9 or better for a decent price. Curtis Joseph is nice. And I got a little bricking going on here. That's another problem. These do brick. I mean, that first pack was nice, but this one's bricking. There we go, see? Oldest rookie of the year, Markov. I think I made that joke last time and the time before. Jim Pack. Come on, bro. See what we got. Sometimes you know it's not worth even bothering. See, there you go. Paper loss. So if that was your Bure or your Fedorov or your Yager or your Team Pinnacle card, because in this set they also have the Team Pinnacle, which I've been trying to finish my set. I'm down to the jabronis now. I'm down to, well, Leach isn't a jabroni. I need Brian Leach. I need Billy Ranford. He's not a jabroni either. Whatever. I just don't need Gretzky or Lemieux is what I'm saying. I just need some lighter touches. I don't need the big heavy hitters. I got Waugh. I got Lemieux. I got Gretzky. I think I need Bill Ranford, Leach. Who's the other guy? I don't recall. I need like 3 of them, but whatever. Maybe I'll pull one tonight. Let's see. Here's another problem with these cards. See that matte glare right there? That's this varnish crap that's been like improperly applied. See, it leaves like that bald spot, pardon the pun, mark. Yari Curie. Rob Blake got canned by the Kings after this year's debacle, going up 2-0 over the freaking Edmonton Oilers, only to get wrecked in 4 straight losses after that. Boy, these are really clumpy. Yeah, bummer. See, Bob Beers has got some paper loss there. Fat Balloon's got some paper loss. Robinson's got paper loss. John Van Beesbrook, Mark Gregg. It's good. I like these cards though, man. They're very good quality. They're just a little finicky. I think that's going to be like a big area of Patrick Waugh is nice. A big area of interest. I'm sure it already is, but just these more bricky cards from like the 90s, in the 2000s that are notorious for bricking. People trying to find older examples of those that haven't bricked up yet for grading. Considering if you open some of this old wax, this new old stock, it's all cleaned up, Down Flurry. That looks cool. Pretty cool stuff. Yeah. Zelepukin. Cam Neely. Yzerman. Wow. Dave Andrusek. Belfour. Holy cow. Hot Pack Tug Nut. One of the funniest jokes. Let's see. Who's this? No, I'm not even going to worry about it. Mike Richter, and I thought that was Pele Lindbergh, but it was Bertie Perrant and Zelepukin. There we go. Yeah, I'm kind of weirded out now. I'm worried that if I get a team Pinnacle card, it's going to be all bricked up. Oh, baby. Yeah, they're very bricked up. Oh, go. Not worth peeling that guy. Peter Nedved. Alright. Stewie Barnes. Jim Waite. Adam Foote. Yeah, this is the first box I've got that's this bricked up. I've gotten some occasional bricking and paper loss, but this one's pretty next level stuck together. It's interesting how that happens. Maybe somebody mixed the varnishes a little aggressive. They're a little bit light that day. Added a little bit of volatility to the mix. All right, let's see. Look at that. Raymond Bork. His whole name's pretty cool. Rick Tocchet. Glenn Anderson. Wow. Joe Mullen. Joe Mullen, man. Mark Howe. Nope. I'm not even going to worry about it. Louis DeBrisque. I'm not going to unbrick it. Not going to do it. All right, let's see. Let's do this so we can wreck it all. Dale Howardchuk. Nice. Edbert. Beezer. Dave Ellett. Cowan. Ooh, come on. Let's see. This is a 3 stack here. Dave Taylor. Kevin Deneen, and Link Gates. If you guys haven't seen like stuff on YouTube about Link Gates, how this dude was just like one of the hairiest, nastiest dudes in the minors and the NHL for a little while. Just a face punching palooka, man. He just ornery. Joe Sakic. Oh, he's nice. Okay. Kenny Danico. Mike McPhee stuck to the back. Babbage. Mike Keane. One of the many setters. Dominic Rousseau. And a couple of those sideline cards. I don't know if you've seen my other video, I talk about this a little bit. This is where in the 90s, they, you know, before social media and stuff, I guess they thought people like really wanted to get to know their characters, their favorite players. So they started doing stuff like this where they would tell you about their hobbies. That Brian Benning likes to scuba dive and he likes to be a pilot. He's an amateur, he's a pilot, you know. And it's cool. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's the more you know kind of moment, but you know, their studio, like baseball, they did studio, and they had these really intimate, like, pictures. It looked like when you go to JCPenney's or Sears when you were a kid. It's just really cringy. I don't know. I didn't like it, man. I wanted to keep them in their little protective, you know, shell that they were just hard-nosed hockey players. I didn't really want to know if they like macrame or, you know, what they did on the weekend. I didn't need to know all that. Oh, JR's got loss. See, it's not even loss. Look at this. Look at this, like, spotting up here. The black, I don't know. See that right there? It's like the varnish got textured because it was clumped. But that's what's going to happen. We're going to get Lemieux. We're going to get Yager. We're going to get Gretzky. We're going to get Lidstrom, Fedorov, Bure, watch. And they're going to be conjoined. Let's see. Kelly Rudy. All right. Brett Hull. I will break for Brett Hull. That looks good. He was stuck, but he's not having any problems. We've got a stack here. Oh, look at that. Just telling you. See if we can do this without losing his face. Look who he's stuck to, bro. Look at that stuff. Oh, that's the stuff of dreams. Look at this. Nick Lidstrom. French. Score Pinnacle. Rookie. Oh, no. Let's see if Bure is going to come away. Oh, I think Bure got it. Well, he's off center anyway. It's nice, though. Oh, they're both really off center. Oh, well. They're very nice cards. They're very cool. And let's see what's under Rod Legway. Rod Langway, sorry. Legway. Ron Leg Day. There's Sakic and Gretzky. That's cool. And then, if you missed this on my previous installment, these are funny. You can go back and look at it. I'm not going to do that bit again. Oh, Luke. It's fun to be at a Kings game when Luke comes up on the Megatron, on the Jumbotron, and the whole crowd chants Luke, and it sounds like they're booing him. It's kind of like when the Kings play in any other market, and John Cullen. I didn't realize this was John Cullen and his pops. I think that's his dad, yeah. John Cullen and his dad. That's pretty cool. So it's not just another player, it's his actual pops. Pretty cool. All right, let's see. Ghetto Bird. Keep flying, bro. Another Sutta. A nice Gretzky. That looks pretty good. That's actually a really nice Gretzky. Yeah, 2 corners are dinged. Oh well. A little Doug Gilmour. Golly. Look at that hair, man. He looks like my aunt. Look at him. God bless. Kevin Hatcher. Jeff Cornell. Peter Stastny. Mike Kruzelinski. Whoa, whoa, Mike. Check out Mike's neck, bro. I thought he had a turtleneck on. Check it out. He's like the werewolf man. Look at him. That's his body hair. And then he shaved. He's got a 5 o'clock throat shadow. That's wild. They should have just like cropped it right there. And it would have looked like the top of his shirt. Anyway, now I can't stop thinking about it. Patrick Waugh and Rogie Vachon. Steve Larmer. Alright. Sorry, man, this video's going long. It's the clumping. Don't blame me, man. I'm not bloviating. It's the clump. I got the clumps real bad. Got a case of the clumps. Alright, let's see. Mike Ramsey. Oh, John McClain, Ronnie Hextall. Let's see what else. Who else is stuck? Joey Koser. Alright. And then Link Gates again. See, he's a tough guy who raises chickens. Pretty cool. The Calgary Stampede. See, he's riding horses. Alright. Yeah, I like this stuff is fun. But these clumpy boxes, they kind of take the piss out of you. They're a little bit harder to deal with. Because you know if you're going to get something good, the chances of getting something nice in this set is hard enough. But the paper loss and the texture and the clumping and the... Another... Can't tell if the Ghetto Bird's outside the domicile. That's in Marty McSorley. Dale Hunter, speak of enforcers. Edzo. Sorry, I'm all over the monitor, guys. I'm looking at the stack of the cards. I'm not really looking at the monitor, so I notice I'm drifting. Sorry about that. What a cool name, Peter Ohola. I remember him back in the day. Nemchinov. Nelson Emerson. Gimbe. Pretty cool. Dan Lambert. Ooh, look at that. Nice Lemieux. That's cool. It's a little off center, but it's nice and clean. At least it wasn't stuck. Phil Housley. Little Tommy Curves. Daniel Bartholomew? I can't remember his last name. I can't remember right. I was a Kings fan around this time, and we had like, what was it named? Jamie Storr. We had Kelly Rudy. Who was the other guy? Jamie Storr. I think it was this dude. Bill Ramford. That's cool. Dmitry Kristich. What else we got? How Brett Hull takes a slapper. Brad Marsh and Dave Lambert. All right. Trevor Linden. Oh, look at that. So Linden, Matt Sundin, nice. Mike Modano. That's a nice Modano. Stuck to Ronnie Francis. Wow, that Modano's looking nice. I mean, he's a little bit off center, but that's pretty clean. That's a really clean card. That might be one of the cleanest ones I've seen out of this box. Ron Francis, that's nice. Mark Richter, nice. Randy Carlisle before he became a ball-busting manager, coach. Pat Jablansky. I think this dude's from Long Island, right? Yeah, of course. Long Island, New York, you got the best bagels. That's a given. That was a given from scene 1. All right. Claude Lemieux. Love him and hate him. Bobby Holik. Wayne Presley. Oh yeah, this is a bricked up one. Here we go. Let's find out who's behind door number 2. Gerald Diddick and Steve Thomas. Not worth worrying about. Jurke Lume. Sidorkowitz. And who's in the back? Dirk Graham. He's cool, but all right, let's see what. I'll let Dirk Graham go free. There you go, Dirk Graham. Larry Robinson, Rob Blake, John Van Beesbrook, Mark Gregg again. So we haven't got a Lindros yet. Fedorov, Yager. Missing a few of the usual suspects. Ricci, Gary Roberts, Vladdy, Sergio Momesso, Doug Lister, Paul Coffey, Bob Probert, Vladimir Konstantinov. And for all you newer hockey fans, look at the series of events between him and Eric Lindros when they were giving each other CTE. It's pretty wild. Tony Amonte, it's nice. He's got some paper loss. Oh, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil, bro. Look at this pack. Look at, well, there's Super Mario and how he works. But look at what we got here. Look at this. This is like pulling, I was just talking about this the other day. Brian Bosworth and Bo Jackson. It'd be like pulling, they were rookies in the same year. They're like pulling the same thing, but in hockey. Lindros, Konstantinov. Pretty cool, man. I think Konstantinov cracked Lindros. Lindros got his bell rung. Skated away like Bambi on ice. But, you know, he went back to the bench. Got his ass together. And then came back out and delivered the same brain-rattling kind of hit to Konstantinov. And then Konstantinov he looked in trouble. He was a Bambi on ice. Yeah, there we go. Brad McCrimmon, Craig Wallanen, Richardson, Todd Elik. Back in the day when you wore turtlenecks, they were made of cotton. So after the first period, you weighed about 5 pounds more. Nowadays, they have all these fancy fibers. All right. Cool, we're getting there. It's only a 30-minute video. What's 25 minutes of your life between friends? Opening up some funsies. Scott Stevens, Peter Bondra, Gordon Murphy, Brian Mullen, Stephen. Oh, we got the clump zone. Let's see who we got. Who's behind this one? Nope. Nope, not worth it. Nope. Oh. Who's that guy? Oh, that's Eddie Olczyk and Bobby Clark. Okay. All right. I didn't know that was Eddie Olczyk. All right. Edzo. All right. Red Hole. All right, we're getting there. It's fun. Again, this is good stuff. When I was a kid, I had I always had the English version. Being in California, I couldn't imagine anything in, foreign languages. But later you learn that there's French versions of all the hockey cards you collected. So all the dirty tops you have are kind of crappy. You should probably get the OPG version. And then when you get the the upper deck and you get the score, you might want to get the French version, you know. But they probably say the same thing in Canada. You need the English version. It probably goes both ways, you know. All right, let's see. Treat. Oh, there's Brian Leach. Yeah. Ed Belfour. He likes to sell sporting goods. Who's this dude? Randy Gregg. He plays doctor. It's his interest. All right, let's see. All right. John Fogerty. Robert Rankel. There's the Yager. It's nice. Yager's looking pretty fresh. Bro, pretty nice. The hardest slapper, Al McInnes back in the day. Craig McTavish. Adams. Babbage. Keane again. Another Seta. Sakic and Gretzky. Kevin Dineen. See these ones here. The joke is when they made these cards, I don't know what the hell they were going for. They either look like they're maitre d's, they work at a restaurant, they're going to take you food, or they look like the dude that's taking, you know, the reservations or whatever, seating you. Or they look like a soprano, like the singer, not like the gangster. Or they look like the dudes on the Titanic who were playing the freaking, you know, playing their instruments while everyone was sinking. I don't know what they were thinking. It's kind of silly. I don't get it. But, you know, whatever. Whatever. They didn't ask my permit. They didn't ask my opinion. I would have told them. That looks silly. Adam Oates. Mark Recchi. Nice. And there's Fedorov. Boy, he looks good too. Well, that's in nice shape. Yeah. Nice centering. Fairly nice. I mean, pretty good. Really clean. Wow. Yager and Fedorov, nice and clean. Compared to all this other sticky stuff. See, there's Dale Hunter. Is that Dale Hunter? Tim Hunter. Why don't I remember Tim Hunter? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I just watched Kings games back then. I didn't know. I watched Kings games and ESPN for the playoffs. National Hockey Night. There we go. Unlike everybody else, played Sega Genesis hockey. All right. Kevin Todd. Joseph Baranek. Andy Moog. There we go. Niedermeyer. That's cool, man. Look at that. Scott Niedermeyer. That looks cool. It's pretty good shape. This is one of those ones I was telling you about. Look at these corners. I don't know if you can see it. I doubt this is going to come across at all. It's going to just look like me wasting more time. But anyway, these corners are so round. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see it, but look at that. It's just like a rounded corner. I guarantee it's not bumped. It's just the way it was cut. I don't know. I don't know if PSA thinks that's damaged or if they think that's cool in the game. I don't really know. Brad Shaw. Brian Hayward. There's Moog again. Hey, Ray Ferraro. Listen to the Ray and Dregs podcast. It's fun. Season's over, but when they get back in business, it's good. Brian Trottier. Dave Christensen. And Luke and, oh, for fudge sakes. Marcel Dion, dude. I'm glitching. All right, there we go. Marty Lapointe. All right. Marcel Dion. All right, let's see. Rod the Bod. Brenda Moore. Slava Fetisov. All right, who's under Randy Wood? Ulf Dahlen. He can stay there. It's fine. Brian Scrudlin. Ray Shepard. I don't know this dude. Norman Rochefort. It's like a Mandela, man. I don't remember that dude at all. The name, it doesn't ring that bell at all. There we go. If he looks like a cat. Ooh. All right, let's see. Let's see what he looks like. A little off center. He's clean. He's clean. Not like everyone said. He wants respect. Let's see. Yeah, he's got that kind of rounded corner thing going too. Oh well. But it's like super mint. There's no scratches in the varnish or anything. These things you gotta, like, when you flick the light like this, you'll see all sorts of little hairline scratches. Sometimes the hairlines are under the varnish. Like they scratched the cardstock, then they printed it, then they put the varnish on it, and now it's looking ugly. All right, let's hurry up and finish this thing. It's 30 minutes. This is ridiculous. Chris Chelios. It's nice. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Stastny again. All right. Sorry. I know that's not that interesting. Peter Stastny. This dude, look at that. That is wild. That is so wild. Okay, I'm done. All right, 4 more packs. Come on. Let's get a Team Pinnacle. Pat LaFontaine. Denis Savard. Wait, where are those going? Let's go here. Kelly Miller. All right. Another Miller. Sanderson. Donnelly. Stephen Rice. Nope. All right. Who's this? I don't even care. Sutter and somebody else. Another Sutter. Another Sutter. JR. Okay. Owen Nolan. Owen Nolan. Alright. Sundin, Carbonu, Ronick. Alright, 2 more. And thanks for hanging out. It's been a rough one. It's not my smoothest opening, but I'm just doing this so if you don't want to waste your money and buy this clumpy stuff, you can just watch me complain about it. Bobby Newendijk. That's from Reservoir Dogs. Joe Murphy. Ken Hodge. Jr. There's Super Mario again. Wow. I think this Lindros is cool. I never seen it in like a high grade. I never seen it like, I don't know what the pop is on that, but I bet you it's not very high. A lot of these cards are real low. All right, last one. All right. This one doesn't feel clumped at all. Go figure. Holy mackerel. That's this. It's those ears. I don't like to make fun of people, but holy cow. Tony G, John Cullen, Guy Carbonneau, Wendell Clark, and Valerie Kaminsky. He was supposed to be a big deal. Well, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Have a nice evening. Enjoy yourself, and we'll see you later.